fresh out the box.
Fresh California plums.
Welcome to another episode of Fresh Film Fridays, the podcast where two dudes pick the newest films streaming or in theaters and discuss them. Today, we are talking about 2022's The Requin, or The Requin, which was directed by Lee Van Keet, and that is currently streaming on Hulu. I am your co-host, Alec.
Oh, I'm Eric. Just kidding. It's Justin. We don't actually know where Eric is right now. He won't answer his phone. He's probably missing.
Yeah, he's just dead in the Jersey marshland somewhere. Yeah, he's definitely... We don't know if he's dead or not. Anyways, I think this is the worst one we've ever done.
Cosmic Sin was pretty bad.
Nah, I like Cosmic Sin better than this.
Dude, this was... You know what? Though there are some positives that came out of this, though.
Okay, like?
And one of them is watching this movie makes me want to start living a healthier life. Like, I want to start juicing more and using skincare products because Alicia Silverstone looks like 75 years old. Like, I want to buy some moisturizing products, like the little under cucumbers on my eyes.
I mean, here's the thing, dude. It does not make vegans look great.
Dude, she looks horrid.
She looks a lot older than her age, dude. I mean, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but, like, she does.
Yeah, like, when you joke texted the group, you're like, yeah, dude, Alicia Silverstone, 65 years old. I was like, oh, I believe you.
She's 45. All right, I'm an asshole. I'm kidding.
Moving on.
Well, really quick, the whole reason we're doing this movie is my roommate, Shaggy, he basically was like, oh, have you seen this movie? And he's like, it is the worst movie, like, I've ever seen ever. And I was just like, oh, okay. I was like, we should probably do it for the podcast then if it's new. So he's going to jump on in a little while, but if you do want to, say anything to him, Justin, about, making you watch this movie, he'll be on shortly, so...
Yeah, like, I saw this on Hulu like a month ago or something, and the cover looks cool. It looks kind of like, Jaws-esque. There's a person dangling their feet. There's a big-ass, like, great white, which, it's like, just cock teased us the whole movie. And I was like, this looks good. Like, I'll get around to it. And I remember looking at reviews like a month ago, and I was like, ooh. And I did screenshot some good reviews that I'll read later on, but
yeah,
dude, this was just, the CGI was bad.
Yeah. We're
talking like 1995 Sci-Fi Channel CGI budget here.
Yeah.
Zero chance. Like, may Zeus strike me with lightning if this was profitable. It was bad, man. It was really bad.
The only way I could see this being profitable, because the budget was $8.5 million, so it cost $8 million to make this somehow. Which, just so you know, the entire movie was filmed in the back lot of Universal Studios Orlando.
I believe it because you could tell, dude, when they green screened so much shit. Like, there were times where when the husband was floating and you could see the waves crashing, the water around him was physically still, and I'm like, that doesn't make sense.
Dude, even when the house, like, because the whole point of this movie is it's a float-tel, like a hotel that's on water, and it's floating. Dude, it looked so fake. Like, the water wasn't even hitting it properly. I was like, good God, who did this? I love live events, but I hate buying tickets. The hidden fees suck, and coordinating with friends is a nightmare. I always end up fronting a bunch of money and then chasing down my friends to get reimbursed. And if they flake, I'm stuck with the whole bill. But then I discovered Fanimal. Fanimal has tickets to everything, and there are no fees. The price you see is the price you pay. Not only are the prices transparent, but they're almost always lower than anywhere else I look. And for any hot tickets, like Lollapalooza, or a Dodgers game, or a weekend concert, Fanimal is always the cheapest option. Nobody goes to live events alone, so why buy tickets alone? Fanimal's patented group purchase makes it easy. First, you set a minimum size for your group and choose the number of tickets you want to pay for yourself. Then you invite friends. When the minimum size is met, everyone gets charged and receives their tickets. If the minimum size isn't reached in time, nobody gets charged. You don't commit until your friends do. And Fanimal has amazing customer service. Check out their hundreds of 5-star reviews. The next time you need tickets, go to Fanimal.com or download the Fanimal app and sign up with code HORROR for $20 of credit towards your first purchase. Check out Fanimal and experience more.
Yeah, they definitely just had pictures of shit and they were like, make the water move. They knew what they were doing.
Yeah, but the only way I could see this being profitable is if, like, they heavily marketed in, like, Vietnam or something. Because it's a Vietnamese director, takes place, quote-unquote, in Vietnam. It's about Vietnam or whatever. Maybe they're like, oh, everybody in Vietnam's going to see this movie. Like, I don't know.
Are they, though?
Probably not. I mean, probably not. I don't know. Who the fuck is this for?
I don't know, dude. Yeah, I completely forgot she existed as an actress. I think the only thing I've seen her in was Batman and Robin.
Yeah, what about Clueless? Huh?
Okay, I mean, sure, I guess. But, yeah, what's she been doing?
She's been, like, an advocate for PETA. She did something weird where, like, she was, like, chewing up her food and then spitting it into her baby's mouth and then put a video online and people were like, okay.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, are you being serious?
I swear to God, yeah, like, a couple years ago, she had a baby and she took a video of her, like, chewing up food and then spitting it into her own baby's mouth. Yeah, like a bird. And people were like, okay, enough of this. So, I haven't seen her recently either, but hey, Shaggy's in the house.
I'm here.
Shaggy, welcome back, dude. How you doing?
I'm good. How you guys doing? Sorry to interrupt and join so abruptly.
No. That's how we wanted it. You know, we have you come in, Shaggy, because we haven't really got into the meat and potatoes of this movie. So
Yeah.
That's what you're here for, is to give us the Shaggy overview and the plot.
Oh, sweet. Oh, man.
But before we do that, I just want to say the entire reason we're watching this movie, Shaggy, is because of you.
Hey, I gave you a good bad recommendation. Is that it?
Yeah, I think you're gonna get a lot of middle fingers, cyber middle fingers. But
it's cool.
No.
I mean, I got to share the shitty movies with the world, you know.
Justin, what do you want to set a timer for a minute?
Yeah, I'll give you a start heads up, and then I'll give you a 10-second remaining one. We'll talk about it after, but just try and get as much out in a minute as you can. Okay.
Alrighty.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
And begin.
All right, cool. So you got a couple on vacation in Vietnam or some shit, and they think they're all bougie, getting one of those cottages over the water, and then a fucking storm comes and blows their thing out, and their hut out into the water, and now they're struggling for survival, and there's a big-ass shark, and that's pretty much it, honestly. I think that was like 5 seconds, but I mean,
there's more.
There's more to it, like little things, but the meat of it, is just, just terrible CGI. The flames were terrible, and the shark was terrible, and I think only one person survives. Not to spoil the ending or anything, but it was so bad I couldn't remember. But it was one of those terrible movies that I just couldn't turn it off and go to sleep. Like I had to see every second of it. It was that bad. But
5 seconds.
Yeah, I think that's all I got.
What would you rate it out of 10, Shaggy?
Oh man. Keep
in mind, IMDb gave it a 2.6.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say a 3.
That's okay. Generous of you.
Yeah, it held my attention, so that's why I'm giving it a 3. You know what I mean? It wasn't like one of those movies that was so bad in like the first 10 seconds. I'm like, nah, I can't. I was just like, I gotta see where this goes.
Do you think there will be a sequel to this?
Oh God, I hope not. But who knows? With Hollywood nowadays,
Dude, the sequel could be like a cruise ship is leaving Vietnam and Alicia Silverstone gets on it. And they're like, we're going back to Florida. And then that sinks and like the shark with the anchor.
It comes back.
It comes back, dude. It wasn't actually dead. And she's just like, guess we're doing this again.
No. What if the shark that bit was pregnant and gave birth right as it was dying and they're all born?
Like the second one starts as like the first one's ending and you see the shark hit the bottom and it's like, and little baby sharks swim out.
Yeah, like 30 of them, and they're all like, they have red eyes and they're fucking pissed. Yeah, yeah, and then they go and sink a cruise liner.
Yeah.
I love it, yeah.
Dude, I don't know what was worse, man. The sharks or her screaming with like her hoarse throat the entire movie.
Oh, yeah. Wow, dude. Yeah, it was painful. Man,
It's not good.
Painful to listen to, you know. But the CGI flames did it for me, you know. It was clearly a smoke machine and no real flames, you know. The CGI was just so bad.
Shaggy, you know what I'm thinking? First of all, I don't know if this is like an Eagle Scout thing or something. I didn't know you could start a fire like through a Poland Spring water bottle.
Didn't know that either.
The most ridiculous part about that scene was I was like, what was the plan here? You're in the middle of the fucking ocean. You're like, the only thing that's keeping you afloat, let's set it on fire.
I'm gonna light my raft on fire. I forgot about that small detail, you know. I was like, what are you doing?
Like your husband has one leg. How is he going to tread water in the middle of the
And they chug the water bottles like they're in the spring, you know. It's just like, it's like, you finish it. And it's just like, yo, you have no water, you know.
It was absolutely a pathetic excuse at attempted cinema.
Yeah, it really is. Oh, well, apparently Google says you can start a fire with a bottle of water, but I think it needs to be going through your windshield first.
Okay. Well, I guess that's good to know. So if the sun goes through another piece of glass, then hits a bottle of water, it can actually start a fire. Wow. Okay.
That's what Google says, yeah.
I believe it.
Well, I gotta try it sometime, you know. I'm gonna get me a Poland Spring water bottle.
You just light our whole apartment on fire. I'm like, fuck. Like, how'd you do that?
How did I do that?
Saw it in the Requin.
No, I wouldn't do
that. Well, Shaggy, thank you very much, dude, for coming on, giving us a recap and your 2 cents.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, man.
Hey, let me know when the next one is.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, we'll talk to you soon, Shag. Thanks.
Thanks for having me.
Peace.
See you, dude.
Dude, Alec, you know, in the beginning when they swam out to like that little like rock, right? You know what I'm talking about? Where it was lifted out of the water.
Yeah.
Apparently, they were still able to touch the ground. It was only like 3.5 feet deep. But
right.
You didn't know that till after the scene. And I laughed so hard when the husband got up on the rock to sit and she was still swimming. He was just like, yeah, fuck you. You got to like tread water there.
Dude, the whole movie, I mean, the one thing that Shaggy didn't mention is there's this constant overtone of the couple fighting and bickering about, like, literally everything, because Alicia Silverstone had the baby died in birth. Yeah, so, like, basically the whole reason they're on this trip is because they're trying to reconcile their relationship, which is, like, in the fucking shitter the entire movie. I don't know. But yeah, that's just another little thing where it's just, like, it seemed like when they lit the entire boat on fire or whatever, that was just him being like, you know what? I don't even care anymore. You just do what you're going to do, sort of thing. Like, I'm done. Like, everything you say, I then rebuttal it, and then we get in a fight, so fuck it. You just light the boat on fire. We'll just see what happens.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it felt like it came to.
There's a lot of bickering. Also, I laughed pretty hard when the storm initially started, and the mattress frame, the bed frame, like, slammed into his leg, and it, like, apparently, like, snapped his fucking femur in half to the point where he, like, almost fainted and blacked out and died. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, how would that have snapped your leg? Like, it would have probably hurt. You'd be like, ow. But he was like, I can't fucking move.
No, they need to exaggerate things, dude, because it's like, this would never happen. None of this could happen. I was even thinking, like, wouldn't the room just sink? It's not like this wood is made for the ocean or whatever, so I feel like it would just eventually take on enough water that the wood would swell up and it would just kind of start going down. Like, I don't know. I'm not a boat expert or a houseboat expert or whatever, but I just didn't seem realistic.
Yeah, it was just so, like, everything was absurd. Like, the little house drifted out so far, like dozens of miles. There was no land anywhere, and I'm just thinking, like, wouldn't Vietnam have like a helicopter They got to have some form of Coast Guard that'd be looking for people.
Yeah, not only that, but like when they were going away from the hotel or whatever it was at night during the storm, dude, there was nobody coming. They were like yelling like, "Help us! Hello!" They're yelling at nobody. Right? Did it seem like they were yelling at somebody? But there's nobody there.
There was one scene where you saw like people on the beach and people were swimming up, And it was definitely like visible. They would have seen that that little house was drifting away.
Yeah,
But
I know.
I don't know. I would have liked this more if it was actually the story of like this massive great white that was kind of following the house and like fucking with them and tormenting them. But
Yeah.
I paused the movie halfway through and there was still not one shark yet.
No, dude, it didn't come until into 50-ish minutes into the movie. That's when we first see any shark. There's also not just one shark. There's more than one shark, right?
There was multiple sharks, but they were normal size. And then the big badass one, they killed very easily.
Yeah, dude. So this movie is called The Shark, okay? Which there are no sharks for the first 50-ish minutes of the
There's
movie.
dolphins.
And then there's multiple sharks. So the title doesn't even fucking make sense. It should be like Les Requins, like with an I don't even, it's a plural thing. It's like, yeah, so they show there's a jump scare fake out or whatever with some dolphins, and I was like, oh, here we go. And they showed the fin or whatever, and it had like scars on it. We're like, okay, that's gonna be like the big bad one that we know because it has scars. And then it's a fucking dolphin. They're like, ha 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 ha. And they're just laughing it off. And then then just back to the bullshit arguments about like you're a bad husband. It's like, well, you're a bad wife. That's the movie. It's just an argument on a houseboat.
Yeah.
With the occasional fish. This episode of the podcast is brought to you by Bard's Clothing. The days of "Hi, my name is" are over. We live in a virtual world, and our images are being shared on social media and professional pages every day. With over 1,000 fabrics to choose from, Bard's Clothing is here to tell your story through clothing. Make sure the image you want people to have of you is the one you're sending, because by the time you get face-to-face, their minds might already be made up. Quality clothing all made here in America. Head on over to www.bardsclothing.com or follow them on Instagram @bardsclothing.
Yeah, when they woke back up, like I thought he was dead because he literally wasn't moving at one point, and he woke up and he was like, "Hold on, let me just think." And she was like, "I told you we should have just like gone back inland." And I was just like, I don't think you guys would be arguing at this point. Like,
No, because the movie has nothing else. It doesn't have sharks. And so it's like, well, we gotta have something going on. So it's just them bickering about stuff. Yeah, it was so dumb. And then the thing that is like so unbelievably stupid to me is she actually gets to land with like 20 minutes of the movie left. And you're like, whoa, okay. So like the husband's dead.
She falls asleep.
No, dude, she like gets into another boat with this like random Vietnamese dude who's sleeping like a fisherman. She gets in his boat. And he's like, oh, I guess I'll fix your leg now. And then the shark comes back. Why would you get in the boat?
Dude, so they get to the beach, and she probably, falls asleep from exhaustion. And it was low tide then. And then when she wakes up, it's high tide, and she's in, like, waist-deep water. And now, the sharks are back. And I'm just like, yo. So then she finally gets back to land after she gets bit. And that's when she jumps back into the water for the drunk dude who I thought was dead originally. And I don't know, it didn't make a lot of sense.
No.
Yeah.
And also, Justin, tell me this. She's like afraid of everything. She, doesn't want to swim on rocks, doesn't want to do anything. She's terrified. She's willing to let some random fisherman just take a rusty hook and like give her random stitches? It's just, dude, it's so ridiculous, this movie.
Yeah, that fish hook would have been very dirty. And one thing I love about these like survivor type movies is when they see like a small plane in the sky and they're screaming like, hey, we're over here. First of all, like, yes, she's correct. If I can see them, they can see me. Maybe they can see you. But if someone like is looking out the window just like randomly in the ocean, I guess, and spotted you, it's not like they can land anywhere. And have you ever been on an airplane? Like all you can hear is massive humming of the engines. You're not hearing 500 miles down over the ocean.
No, and also like if you see that, you're not automatically going to assume, oh my God, I wonder if that's that thing that's missing from the hotel. We should do. No, you're going to think like, oh, that's probably just some people out on their boat doing whatever. Like you can't tell.
Yeah.
So it's just, yeah, man. I'm trying to think of one redeemable thing about this movie. I really am. I can't think of anything, dude. I mean, anything. I laughed out loud so many times. I mean, when the shark actually jumps over the boat or whatever, I was laughing. I was like, come on. I don't know, man. I mean, can you think of anything about this movie you're like, that was kind of cool?
I mean, all of it was just so dumb. Like when she had the 2x4 in her hand from the raft, and she was like trying to stab the sharks through water. And I had like flashbacks of when I was like a kid swimming in a pool, right? And you have like an object in your hand and you try and put it in a pool. It's this, it doesn't matter how fast you're swinging it in the air. The second it hits water, like it slows down to almost nothing. Like you
Yeah.
imagine how hard it would be to stab a moving shark.
Yeah, it's insane. And also, like, it's not like she, like, sharpened it. It just broke. And she's just, like, hitting it with, like, a piece of wood, basically. And, yeah, I don't know, man. And also, the way the shark dies was so stupid.
Yeah, she pulled up the rope, which I don't know if you noticed, was wrapped around her waist and legs. So, when the shark hit the anchor and fell, it would have pulled her.
Well, I think she, like, unwrapped herself, right? And then it just broke that top part, so it broke it off of the boat. It just doesn't make sense because, like, so let's say that there's a hook, an anchor hook dangling. The shark is going to come up. It's not going to stop there and bite. It's going to keep going. So, like, the anchor's probably going to go into its mouth, then it's going to bite her, and then it's going to be like, what the fuck's going on? It's not just going to stop at the anchor.
Yeah, it apparently, like, hit the anchor at the pointiest part and went through its brain and killed it.
I mean, first of all, the hook's not even going, it's not even aiming down. The hook is not even aiming down for that thing to, oh my God, this movie.
Yeah, I forgot it was on Hulu, and I went to Amazon. For some reason, I thought it was Amazon, and it said $5.99 to rent, and I was like, dude, no way is this worth $5.99. And then I Googled it, and it said it's on Hulu subscription, and I was so happy I didn't spend any money on this.
Oh my, I would be, like, this is the kind of movie you demand your money back for. This is the kind of movie that you go to the theater, you sit in there for 45 minutes, and you're like, there's no fucking sharks. And you walk out to the lobby, you're like, hey, listen, I want my money back. Like, there's no sharks in this movie. Like, what is this movie? This is that kind of movie. You're like, duped into it. You're tricked.
I'm not sure this would ever go into it. I mean, maybe this was in theaters in Vietnam. I don't know.
Dude, I mean, the budget was $8.5 million. There's no box office results or whatever. So, like, who the fuck knows how much money this movie made? But if you paid for this movie, God, I'm sorry. Even, like, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, you're like, okay, it had, like, some cool kills and, like, you know, it keeps you going. Cosmic Sin, whatever, bad CGI, but at least Bruce Willis is, like, you know, doing his thing, and it's manageable. This, seriously, I mean, you didn't answer me, and I can't answer it. There's no redeemable quality.
I'm also wondering, who funded this?
Saban.
Who's that?
Saban, aren't they the people that make fucking Power Rangers? Hold on, Saban Films.
Oh, that's the Asian company.
Yeah, dude, they make Power Rangers. So the fucking people that invented Power Rangers made this movie.
It must be a big thing over there in Vietnam, or maybe like the South Korea area. I don't know. Maybe they like that shit. I don't know, but it was not good here.
All right, so let me ask you. I mean, you and I have seen quite a few shark movies in our days. What do you think? Obviously, Jaws is the best. I mean, there's just hands down. It was like the first shark movie, 1975. The bar is set unbelievably high. What do you think is number two, if you had to pick?
Ooh, number two shark movie. I mean, there's Sharknado, there's Deep Blue Sea, obviously. Am I missing anything?
Well, there's Open Water. Remember that one about the couple that like goes? Yeah. That one was kind of good. Then there's another one called 47 Below or 47 Meters.
Yeah,
dude, that one's actually pretty good.
I don't think I saw 47 Meters Down.
Check that one out. That one's actually worth watching. I think that might be in my top 5. And then there's another one called, I think, The Reef or something with Blake Lively. I didn't see that one.
Yes, there's actually a lot. Oh, there's The Meg, obviously.
Yeah, The Meg, yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen 47 Meters Down, so I can't comment on that. But I mean, I love Deep Blue Sea.
What a drop off from Jaws to Deep Blue Sea. If like Deep Blue Sea is like the second best shark movie, it's like, wow, that's quite a gap. I think Jaws 2 is the second best shark movie.
All right, let me read some of these. I screenshotted 2 reviews that I thought were the most heinous. This is a 1-star titled, "I'm sorry I doubted you." And it says, "I read all your reviews. I thought you were exaggerating. It couldn't really be that bad. I was wrong. So wrong. The CGI was as convincing as World Peace. I'll never doubt your 1-star ratings again. I'm a changed man from sitting through this abysmal offering. Forgive me."
Wait, did he say the CGI is believable as World Peace?
Was as convincing as World Peace, yeah.
Oh my God.
This one, 2 stars out of 10. The title is a lie. In quotations, the shark.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, whatever. There are barely any sharks. That's not even the tension. The tension is between you and the remote as you argue with your roommate to keep playing it in the hopes that a shark will appear. Oh.
I mean, you could just fast forward, but it's not even worth it. Like, the build-up's not even worth it. I mean, where does this movie go from here? So, I mean, basically the entire movie is Alicia Silverstone and her husband go on this trip to save their marriage after their baby dies, and now the husband dies as a result of this. So, like, I don't think Alicia is going to be doing so hot after this when she gets back to, like, Florida or wherever.
No, she's going to need massive amounts of therapy. I'm trying to see how this movie did financially.
There's no way they're going to release the numbers, honestly. Well, if it went straight to video on demand, too, I mean, I don't know. It's funny, though. Roger Ebert actually didn't hate it. He gave it a 2.5 out of 4, saying, I don't think you can really love the Requin, whatever, based on its modest strengths, but there's enough here to make 98 minutes move a little faster, which, I don't know, that's pretty nice of him.
There's a lot of stuff you can watch if you want to, if you're that bored where you're like, man, I just need something for an hour and 25 minutes. Like there's a lot. I would rewatch something that I knew was good before watching this.
Just don't waste your time. We wasted ours. It's fucking trash. Go watch Jaws, Jaws 2, Deep Blue Sea, anything else but this movie.
Out of 10, what would you say?
1.5.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't think of much worse, dude.
Just gonna go 1, dude. Just gonna go 1.
1? So you get this is worse than Cosmic Sin then for you.
Probably just because I went in with semi something expectations, because I was like, how bad could this movie be with 1, Bruce Willis, major actor, and 2, fuck, what's that dude's name?
From Cosmic Sin? I blacked that movie out, dude. I don't know.
Oh, Frank Grillo. I was like, how bad could it be? And the answer was really, really bad.
Yeah, Cosmic Sin's a piece of shit. Texas Chainsaw Massacre was a piece of shit. But this, man, I think this takes the cake.
Actually, the Requin did 0.1 better than Cosmic Sin.
Seriously, though? Come on, people. Watch Cosmic Sin. It's not good, but then watch this.
Yeah, no. 0.1 better, but has a third of the reviews. I mean, both are not good. Both are not good, people.
No. They're both shitty for pretty much the same reasons. Horrible plot, horrible CGI, yeah. I don't really have much else to say about this movie. It was not good. Sorry, Alicia Silverstone, you've fallen so far from grace, but maybe call it a day with the acting thing and just get into PETA. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyways, you got any last minute thoughts?
Check out Candyman 1992, which came out on Monday. And don't forget to moisturize.
They're going to say bring a towel. Oh, yeah. Yeah, for Alicia. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, we'll see everybody next week with something fresh.